So this is a keyboard that I 3D printed and hand wired. It is called the Emma. I didn't design the case. Somebody else did, and I got it from Thingiverse. The person that designed it was really helpful in making this. I messaged him a few times on Thingiverse and then on Discord, and he helped me with a lot of stuff. This was the first time I ever made a layout from scratch for a keyboard. So he just helped me with some stuff on the firmware side. I just want to give a thanks to that guy. I'll put the link to the file in the video description. But the case is 3D printed in PLA. It's printed in two halves. You can kind of see the seam right there, and there's a hole in each side. There's two holes in each side, I should say, and I put metal pins through the holes and epoxied those, and then epoxied the two halves together so it's super solid. There's no flex at all. And then just painted it with spray paint. It's just some blue, I don't even know what kind this is, just blue paint I had from a dirt bike frame. So you can see it is hand wired. The back is just some acrylic that's epoxied onto the back. It's not the cleanest job, I'll admit that, the back part. I didn't have the best tool to cut this with, and then the epoxy was kind of sloppy. It's powered by Pro Micro, which is a microcontroller essentially, and it's running QMK firmware. And that the firmware is what kind of makes it act like a keyboard to a computer. It has a micro USB port with a MagSafe connector I put in there. The switches are Otemo Blues, and these are just some switches I stole from another keyboard, and the keycaps I took off there too. They're just some generic ABS double shot black keycaps. But yeah, it works fine. I haven't used it in a while. I believe this is the FN key to jump to the next layer. This is space. This is enter, I think. I can't remember the layout. I don't use it a ton. I just thought it was fun to make. I also after that, made a numpad. This is also 3D printed, the case is, and hand wired. Still needs some finishing. This uses box jades, so again, clicky. But yeah, it's just something I thought was cool. It's really not too hard to make. I just thought I'd make a quick video on it. In case anybody wants to do something like this yourself, it's really pretty easy. Just takes a little bit of research to figure out the firmware and the layout and stuff like that. As long as you can do very basic soldering stuff, it shouldn't be too big of a deal at all. So let's connect this to a computer and just see how it types. Sorry, this probably isn't the best camera angle, but gotta work with what we can here. So move some stuff out of the way. This is the connector here. Just hooks onto the back. It's on. We're on 10 fast fingers, so just to show everyone that it does work. Alright, let's do a little typing test. Alright, so I couldn't really prop up the camera to show the screen and the monitor and the keyboard at the same time, but we'll just kind of show how it sounds. Just do a quick half a test, but yeah, it's really an easy thing to do. If anyone has questions, just shoot me a message. I'll try and help you out.